guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Pretty Pin and I'm a content creator living in the UK. My video is about nursing in the UK, lifestyle in the UK and traveling. If this is your first time seeing my face, thank you guys for coming back and welcome to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, guys, thank you so much for always returning back to my channel. Without too much talking, let's get right into today's video. In today's video, I'll be talking about my entry requirement to Maldives. As you all know, I just came back from my vacation to Maldives and I've got lots of questions from comments from my YouTube and from my Instagram asking me about my entry requirement, things you really need to do before traveling to Maldives. So I'll be giving you guys a quick sum up of my entry requirement to Maldives, my first impression and things I would really want you guys to correct in case you're going to the Maldives so you don't make mistake. I really did not make so much mistake, but I just want you guys not to make mistake as the first time. So if this is the kind of video you really want to watch, sit down and let's get right into today's video. When planning your Maldives trip, I think there are some necessary things you really need to do. One, planning a trip can be really stressful. You can be really excited that yes, you're going for holiday, but trust me, sitting down to think about the trip and plan, especially when you're planning for you guys are two going, maybe couple, you're going on vacation, or you're going with someone so special, it's difficult to plan because trust me, you're planning for two people. I mean, basically, you might have all the whole money, but sometimes it's really stressful to plan a vacation, I will tell you. But one thing you should have is you just need to have a list of what you want to do. It's very important. Just have a list. It's important because if you have a list, you'll be able to tick off things you've done, things you're going to do, and things you're not expected to do. So because you need to prioritize what you want to do. So one of the most important things I'll advise you to do is to have a list, a comprehensive list of what you really want to do on that trip. And then the next thing is making sure that your passport has about 6 months left on the passport. Is really important. I have some people asking me, I have 3-month validity left on my passport, can I still go to the Maldives? I don't think you want to gamble it. 6 months it's preferable, so just have 6 months on your valid passport. Next thing on my list is that I just want you guys to know that traveling to the Maldives is visa free for every nationality, no matter where you're coming from, whether you have a strong passport, whether you have a weak passport, it's free for everybody. Please guys, let no one come back to ask me what's the visa process for Maldives. Maldives is a visa free country for everybody, every national, for 30 days. It's free. I'm telling you, it's free. So just have that in the back of your mind. Another thing again you should bear in mind is that Maldives is very expensive, but there are some ways you can cut down costs. One is try as much as possible to book your flight tickets at least 4 months before your traveling time. It's going to help. At least it's going to help you cut down about 200 quid, or better still 250 quid. It's really important. I'll be making a video on my Instagram telling you how much it cost me to travel because I can't break it down on YouTube. I just prefer to put it out on Instagram. So guys, follow me on my Instagram, like my reels, share my page, and you will get to see some of the costs and things to do when you get to the Maldives. So make sure you book your transport 4 months ahead. Don't be like people like me that like booking things last minute. Guys, I knew I was going to the Maldives since last year, but I did not book anything. When I made anything, any jack shit, I did not. So guys, don't be like me. Book your tickets 4 months, your traveling tickets 4 months ahead, because Maldives can be really expensive. If you want to book your tickets maybe a month before the time you're traveling, you might end up seeing your traveling ticket for £2,500, or you end up seeing sometimes you might end up seeing for 1,500, 1,400, 1,800, or 1,200 if you're booking a month. But if you're booking 4 months ahead, you end up seeing your ticket for like 800 or 900. It just depends on the season, because Maldives has season. They have the raining season and they have, you know, the sunny season where you don't have to experience rain. And at that point, tickets are expensive too. So you really need to like be careful when you're booking your, you know, your tickets. So if you book your tickets early, you'll be able to get, you know, a cheaper deal. And another way to cut down costs when booking tickets is, are you booking a direct ticket, a direct flight? Are you booking a stopover flight? If you book a stopover flight, definitely your price for your flight will be way more cheaper than booking a direct flight. I use the direct flight because I do not, seriously, I'm not really the kind of person that loves stopping over in places. I've never stopped over all the time I traveled, or all the time I have traveled. Basically, this is like my first proper travel, apart from traveling to my country and coming back to the UK. And I use direct flights, which is British Airways. I don't like stopover. And I kept that same energy with my Maldives trip, which is about 12 hours, 11 hours. And I felt like it's just safer for me, and I don't need to stress myself. So it just depends on what you want. If you want a more cheaper option, you go for a flight that has stopover. Like you could fly Emirates, you could fly so many airlines. There are so many there, because I remember when I wanted to book my ticket, there was Emirates, and I could stop over in Dubai, and it was a little bit cheaper, about £100 or £200 cheaper. But I decided to go for British Airways because I felt like I do not want to stop over. I don't know, doesn't make sense. So I just feel like it's preference and what you want, and you know how much you budgeted to travel with, or what you could afford at that particular point in time. The thing again is your accommodation. Guys, try to book your accommodation early. Don't tell me, I don't want to hear anything. That one is compulsory. Like, book your accommodation early. It's very important. The same energy you give to the transport or to your flight, give that same energy to your accommodation, because trust me, accommodation is very expensive. You do not need to push so much energy if you know you want to stay on the beach villa, but if you know you want to stay in, like, you want your villa to be, or you want to stay in the water villa, you need to book ahead, because water villas are very expensive. Very expensive. But if you book early, you might end up seeing water villa for about maybe $2,000, $1,900 thereabouts, for maybe 4 nights, 3 nights. That's if you book early. I don't know whether it makes sense. That should be about like £1,500 if you book for like 3 nights, 4 nights. That means if you book earlier. But if, for example, you are booking a month before, my dear, just be keeping like 2,500, 3,000. Sometimes you see some resorts 4,000, 5,000 for what? Did you kill human being? No be rest, you won't go rest. So you need to use your head when you are booking this kind of thing. Another thing on your list is, make sure you have a direct contact with your resort. Like, wherever you're going to stay in the Maldives, make sure you have a direct contact. They will reach out to you. Let me tell you one thing you don't know about the Maldives. They are very, very organized with their things. They are really, really organized. So make sure you have a direct contact with them, because they will chat you up, and just make sure you give them all the details you want. And the next thing on my list is, if you really want to travel to Maldives on a budget, try as much as possible to avoid seaplane. Like, try as much as possible to avoid seaplane. But if you want to experience seaplane, it's fine. But I'm just saying, if you want to avoid costs, try as much as possible to avoid seaplane, because one thing you guys don't know is that seaplanes are very expensive, and the far the resort is, the reason you have to use seaplane. But if the resort is closer, you just go on a boat. And when you're going on a boat, on a speedboat, it doesn't cost more than $200 to $250, and it's fair. But if you're using a seaplane, like, the least you could go is $600, and it's not included in your flight ticket. It's not included in anything. So you need to be wise, except you want to experience using seaplane for the first time and how it looks like. Me, in my own case, I've always wanted to go on a seaplane, and that was the reason why I decided to stay in a resort that would offer me to use seaplane. And I know about it, but sometimes most people I know don't have an idea, and they get frustrated because they're like, oh god, how am I going to spend this kind of money? So you really need to know. That's why I'm making this video, so you have in mind that, okay, this is what I want to do. And definitely you'll be able to see when you're making the bookings, the transport that is required for you to to do. So if you want to cut down costs, you need to avoid it. Like, trust me, you need to avoid it. But if you don't want to cut down costs, you want to go all luxury, all bougie, all classic, go for it, girl. You're gonna enjoy it. It's not, trust me, they are better. The truth is that the same kind of resort that is far, that you have to use seaplane, is the same one that is close to with the boat. So it's just that experience of using seaplane. Do you understand me? And let me tell you guys the truth, the honest truth. When I flew the seaplane the first time, when I was coming back, I don't think I had that adrenaline in me that wants to be like, oh, the seaplane. Everything just died. I didn't even know when I reached the airport, and they were like, oh, it's time for us to come down. So I think it's just that first excitement that, oh, you want to be on the seaplane. I don't know that it makes sense. Yeah. So another thing is, you really need to explore when you go to the Maldives. Like, explore everything. Explore. Don't waste your time sleeping in your room. Like, I understand you want to relax. Like, Maldives is for you to relax, trust me. Even if you go to the Maldives, now only sleep will they catch you, but try as much as possible to like explore some other things, do some activities. If you're really not a water kind of person like me, I understand, but try as much as possible to put effort to do some certain thing, maybe kayaking, go on a boat, just do something, something you could have memories with. See, let me tell you guys, me and water, we're not like, hey, even with floater, I cannot even help myself. So anytime you see me inside the water, just know that I am trying just to to do some things. But Maldives helped me to break down fears and some certain things I was doing. Like, I was scared of water, I won't lie. I can't even survive, or even, oh god, I don't even want to talk about it. But try as much as possible to explore. Like, explore is very, very important. So at this point, I will go back to the requirements I was talking about. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what you should have in mind. So back to the requirement, I said you need to have your passport, which is important. You need to book your flight early. You need to book your what again? You need to book your transports early. You need to book your, that's the transport within Maldives. You need to book it. Like, you need to understand the kind of transport you want, whether you want the seaboats or you want, that's what will help you in picking the kind of hotel or the kind of resorts you need. Another one is booking your resort early. It's very, very important. And then the next one is making sure that you have all your itineraries complete. Like, all these things I just finished, making sure you have the reservation, so that at the airport, when they ask you, you're able to present your itinerary. They basically do not ask you, bank statements and all that. I did not experience it, and I don't think they will ask you. But I don't understand why you should come to Maldives without money. Maldives is luxury, it's expensive. You need to have money. See, let me tell you the truth. Come closer, come closer. If you're going to the Maldives and you don't have money, don't go. What did I say? Don't go. You need to have money. Like, the air you breathe is money. Any single thing you eat is money. You can just go out. Like, you just go for a dinner, just buy things, and you just only you. It's not like you and your man, or you just only on you alone. You spend about $100 on just eating. That's not lunch. That's dinner. So you need to come with enough money, like enough, so that when you're doing things, you're doing it properly. When you're going for spa, the spa is very expensive. You need to like just go with money. So don't say, oh, they're not asking for bank statements. I see, it might be different from me. It might be different for me. It might be different for someone else. And maybe during your own time, they might ask you for bank statement, and you not say, oh, pretty please say they don't have bank statements. So just make sure you have everything. Do you understand? There's this particular form you need to fill called, is it Muga form? IMUGA. I'll put the link on the description below. That form, you have to fill it before arrival and during departure. So it's very, very important, and you need to fill it like 72 hours before you leave your country, and maybe 36 or 24 hours before you leave the Maldives, because they will ask you at the immigration counter or before you go into Maldives and before you leave the Maldives. So that form is very important. So make sure you fill the form, because the form is going to ask you when you're coming in and when you're going out, your return ticket. All those things are really, really important. And then the next thing again you should bear in mind is that when you're going to the Maldives, just make sure you have some cash, have some dollars with you. It's really, really important. Don't just go without dollars. And they use every other currency, but the generally acceptable one is the dollars. So as well, you can just change all your money in dollars, or you use your card, because some resorts will allow you to pay with your card. And yeah, you're free, you're ready to go to the Maldives and explore, like enjoy, have that vacation of your life, that lifetime vacation that you will never forget. Because during of the Barbie time, I decided to like wear a pink t-shirt to say hi Barbie, hi Barbie. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you really have any question about your requirements to the Maldives, how to travel to Maldives, the things to look out for when you're traveling to Maldives, drop a comment down below. Let me know what your questions are, and trust me, I'm going to guide you, I'm going to assist you. And if you're feeling down or you're feeling stressed out and planning your holiday trip, worry no more. Like, everybody goes through it, and I will be of help to assist you do all those things, and then we can all travel to the world together. So guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Do not forget to like, do not forget to share, do not forget to do all those good things so that I can post videos. And then yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.